What's up, everybody? Back at it with another one. I do apologize. I know there wasn't a lot of branding with this one and promoting it. Our Instagram did get taken down this morning. It should be back up here soon, hopefully. And I'm sorry for us being a little late. It was hard trying to talk through my wife's phone because, like, we went on Instagram, so like that's how I was talking with them, and that was like my only form of like communication. So it's super hard trying to figure everything out. But we got it going, guys. And I appreciate everybody in the chat. I'll go ahead and let our special guests introduce themselves.
I'm Courtney, and this is Daniel, and
Hi.
we own Bourbon City Exotics in Kentucky. We do bearded dragons. It's our main thing. We also do ball pythons and cresties.
Ooh, okay. So you're a little diverse. I like that.
Yeah,
So is that all you guys work with, or just those three species, or do you have like more that you're gonna be messing with?
well, our cat, that's all for reptiles, but we're also doing our cat, our African serval. So we will have hopefully some kittens.
Yeah. You like the big cat. You over here trying to get the cats that like to open doors and walk about like hip high.
Yeah, they get up to 40 pounds and they look like little cheetahs.
Yeah.
So
yeah, they're like domestic bobcats. Like
kind of. They're actually exotic. They're not domestic at all. She is wild as hell.
Super wild.
Yeah, no, a buddy of mine had a pair of them. And one of them hated him with a passion.
That's rough.
I remember he took a video. He's like, dude, she's in my bedroom and I can't go to bed. And I was like, what do you mean? And he's like, she's on my bed and I can't go to bed. And I was like, why? So all he did was open the door, lights on and everything, right? Flips the phone around, he opens the door, and then she's just on the bed looking at him, and she's like, mouth wide open and like super pissed off. I was like, so why don't you go to bed? He was like, do you not see that? I was like, it'll be fine, dude. It's just a cat. And then he's like, oh, yeah, no, I totally got him. He got his ass kicked.
It's the same thing with our kids. So servals are really interesting. They only bond to the people that they are introduced to as a kitten. So if you get one that's older, you're going to have a really hard time. They don't adapt to new situations. They don't like if you change the room.
They hate change.
Yeah, so if we like even rearrange our furniture, she freaks out. And
okay, me and that cat gonna get along because I don't like change either.
Yeah.
I'm the same way. My wife comes in here. We need to redo the reptile room. I want to remove things around. I'm like, no. Calm the brakes down. Don't touch my stuff.
Over here. I'm always rearranging everything.
Nope. I told her, I was like, don't touch my stuff. I was like, I'm the same way. Don't touch nothing. She's like, it's crazy in here. I was like, hey, this is a perfect chaos. I know where everything's at.
Yeah.
I was like, I know where everything is. She's like, how do you find it? So where are the she was looking for my feeder tongs. And I was like, oh yeah, they're under that tub. It's like the tub on the other side of the freaking house. Like it's all the way over there. And I was like, I know where it's at. It's over there. Yeah. And she goes over, lifts the tub up. Sure enough, there's tongs there. She was like, "What? How did you?" I saw him when I walked by the other day. Like,
I swear, that's a man thing.
Yo, hey, shout out Sinful. Yo, appreciate you joining the live. Morgan, yo. Leaf Tails, what's up, everybody? Bobby. We got everybody popping in. Appreciate you guys. That's pretty cool. You guys got all that. So do you breed them or do you just have like just one and you kind of did a whole like breeding project with somebody else?
We are hoping. We have a black male cat, and he's kind of got like some hidden stripes.
Yeah, they're like ghost stripes. It's black and then blacker stripes.
So we're hoping to breed him to her because if you breed a domestic cat to a serval, they create F1 Savannahs. So yeah, and they go for up to like $20,000 a kitten.
God damn.
They're a little more.
I'm in the wrong fucking business, is what I'm hearing.
I'm telling you. I mean, once we discovered crested geckos, we were like, why did we start with bearded dragons? Because they are way more expensive, like to take care of, and they live a lot less, a lot shorter lives than cresties.
Cresties, yeah.
No, see, I got rid of all mine. I bred bearded dragons. I did it. I loved it, but at the same time, I keep over 400 something reptiles, and I'm like, these take up the most space besides the monitors. And they have to have their 40-gallon setup. They have to have this lighting. Like, you have to be on point with all this. And then they're constantly eating something, and then they only produce a little bit. Yeah. And it's hard. I mean, I was breeding zeros, like Weros, zeros. We had we had some that were German imports, the high reds, and we were having problems selling them. Like, it was, nobody wanted to pay the prices that we were asking, and then I even sold them for under market value price.
It happens.
And yeah, and I was like, you know what? I feel there's a lot more room to grow for bearded dragons, but for me, it didn't work out. I was just like, you know what? I feel I could do for the space that I have at least 6 bearded dragons in. If I move their tanks, I feel like I fit about 40, 50 something leopard geckos up over there, and I'd be just fine.
Same thing with
pythons. Yeah, because like if you look in here, like all of this is dragons. Like all these, they're everywhere.
And we have some on the other side too.
And we have a whole other side. But then you look right here, and that's all the space that ball pythons take up, like right there.
Yep. 17. It's the same thing. It's the same thing here. Like, the only thing that I give a lot of space to is our monitors, and then like venomous, because I want wiggle room. I want to be able to move around. What's up, guys?
Say hi.
How are you?
Who that?
Love you guys.
Be good. Love y'all.
Is Memo here?
Yeah.
Okay. I love you. We're going to Memo's house. We have a reptile show tomorrow, so.
Oh, awesome. Oh, so you guys are jumping on this before you go to the reptile show? Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
So you guys actually do vending and everything?
We do a little bit. We don't do a whole lot because they're always so hit and miss. So and it's a lot of work, and you got to smile the whole time, and I hate
customer service voice.
Yeah, I get it. I am not that. I'm a happy-go-lucky dude for the most part. Like, and then like after like the repetitive stuff, you kind of start getting like a little slightly irritated, and then like you can't be mad though, because then nobody wants to come over to the table. You look grumpy. So I definitely get it. 100%. We're actually we just started vending this year. Like, I was helping vendors. I would go, and normally I'd wholesale my stuff to people, and I'd be like, all right, I'll go to the show. I'll go have fun. Like, it ain't my animals. I ain't gotta really like do nothing. But this year we started vending, and so my buddy JTK Reptiles over there, Brian, he has us coming out to the Reptile Super Shows out in California, and we started doing them. Man, this is a whole different experience when you're selling your own animals.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Uh-oh. You got a question.
You're not taking it. Yeah, you're not buying anything, bro.
Love you, buddy.
He tried.
There you go.
But no, yeah, it's so we're only doing 2 other shows this year, as far as I'm aware of, and that's back in California again. We'll be back in Anaheim, July, and then in August we'll be back there at Pomona too. So those are the only ones we're doing, but they're like they're the big reptile shows out there.
So what?
But I want to at least. That's California.
Are you in California?
Oh no, I'm in Arizona.
You're in Arizona.
I'm right next.
I think we want to live in Arizona
Eventually. Yeah.
It's worth it. I mean,
for Alaska.
Yeah, it's somewhere like hot or somewhere really cold.
See, you get the best of both worlds depending on where you live. Like in Arizona, like there you go up north, it's super super cold, and like in the summertime, it's not even that hot up there. But if you move down here where I'm at, it's a lot of farmland. So you get like the hot days, but you still get like the nice cool breeze off the fields. Or like wintertime, it's frosting and super crazy. Like Arizona weather is more like hold my beer like type weather. Like you never know what you're gonna get.
I mean, I think it's like that all over the U.S. because yesterday here it was 75 and today it's 30.
Yeah. I thought I was here. My buddy was in Oregon, and he was like, dude, he's like, people got evacuated off the top of my mountain over here. I was like, what do you mean? He's all, dude, they got like 15 feet of snow. They're all snowed in. I was like, oh, no way. And I was like, what'd you get? He's like, oh, yeah, I'm at the bottom. Like, I'm at like sea level elevation, and I only got like 1.5 feet. I was like, damn, dude. And then, like, I think last week.
Yeah.
Last week we got snow on cactuses. It was weird. Middle of the desert, never get snow over here, and sure enough, it was hailing, and then it turned into random snow. It was the craziest thing. Weird. It threw me off. I've never seen snow on a cactus before in my life. It was freaking awesome.
I guarantee it.
So, what was your guys' first reptile?
A bearded dragon.
Yeah, come on.
So I guess that's definitely why we dove into it, because we fell in love with our first one. She just died last month.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sad.
It was sad. But we've got her daughter, so.
Oh, there you go. At least you kept the bloodline going, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
How long have you guys been into the hobby, if you don't mind me asking?
Just since 2020.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you guys are still like only about like what, 3 years in?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like it.
I mean, I dove in hard though, and when I want to learn something, I learn everything. So
it took her a while to get used to Marley. For like the first 3 or 4 months, she was still kind of like,
I was like, I don't know if I like it. So once she was a few months old though, and she started like showing her personality, I was like,
some color.
I was like, I love her.
Yeah. And we got a Hypo Trans Zero leatherback.
Oh wow!
Yeah, we had them for.
Well, we got online, and we were like, oh my gosh, there's a whole community of reptile stuff.
And all these different bearded dragons.
There's more than just this one that they called a fancy.
Fancy bearded.
They call it fancy.
And we were like,
I love it.
We love them so much, and we bought a second one, and he had some health issues when he came to us, and we just kept getting more, and we lost him. I think about 6 months old. He just never grew. We did everything perfect, the husbandry, everything. I mean, we researched. Was
it like just a failure to thrive type thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is very.
I had that happen.
Yeah, it's
part of it.
The circle of life. That's how it goes.
Yeah. I had to explain that to TikTok yesterday. So we had people give us these red-tailed boas. Now these red-tailed boas were call albino morphs, and the call albino has it's been like so inbred or line bred to the point to where there's a lot of defects. Yeah. And the common thing is born with no eyes.
Oh wow.
So I had a jungle motley call albino born with no eyes, and then I still have the sibling, which is just a jungle call albino that has one eye.
What?
And these were given to me to like educate people with. And I did the best I could with them, but the one with no eyes was just failure to thrive. Like he was eating sometimes.
Yeah.
And I had to do frozen thawed. I had to like hold it in front of his face and then get him to actually eat it. And he was just like such a special care animal. And then just finally he gave up and just, croaked on me. And I don't like just, disposing of reptiles, and I'm not against wet specimens, but like I normally, like if we have like stillborns or anything like that, I try to repurpose it for other reptiles that we have. So like Pac-Man frogs, pixie frog, for like the stillborns or the eggs that just don't make it.
Yeah.
And so I ended up giving it to the monster that's behind me, which that one there is a 5-foot Asian water monitor. Oh no! Tell me, Eyeless Pat. Yeah, Eyeless didn't make it. It would suck. He was beautiful. He was like pink and purple and translucent. It was super cool, beautiful animal. It sucks that he didn't make it. But sad thing is, being what he was, with no eyes, you never really see one as an adult,
Yeah. Yeah.
Is it a fly or is it a moth trying to get you?
That's a damn gnat. When you have
Even
reptiles
worse.
and bugs, you're always going to have a gnat here and there.
See, I got flies, and like you'll randomly see one just land on my forehead, and I'm like, get the hell out of here! Like, because I live on farmland, so like they're all over the friggin' place, and when the dogs come in, the doggy door doesn't always like fully shut, and then just come through, and they're all over the damn place. I hate it.
I couldn't live there. I hate flies.
I put up like fly strips all over all the time, and then like I'm a tall guy, so like it sucks because they hang super low and I'm super tall, so I always walk into them. I get one stuck to my face, like it freaking sucks.
There's a piece of it there.
So how did you get into the hobby? Like what made you want to get into reptiles?
So the one that he was talking about, the Zero that we got that had the failure to thrive, we at first assumed, hey, maybe it was not bred properly because it carried a lot of traits, and
A lot of traits.
Zeros, there's a certain way you have to breed them to ensure that they're healthy.
Right.
And it was translucent, which is known to cause like some issues. So, we just started really looking into it, and we just decided like we want to make these ourselves and kind of learn more about it, and try different things and see what's what and produce healthy Zeros. And so that was our main goal. So last year we produced our first Het Weros, which are Het Zero Whitblet, and I kept almost all of them. So I've got them in a bunch of these tanks in here, all in my Het Weros, and I'm hoping to steadily produce like Zeros and Weros and Whitblet. So that's definitely what got us into it.
Yeah.
His name was Atlas.
Atlas.
Which we do name all of our reptiles. I've learned that a lot of keepers don't.
All of ours have names.
They don't name their snakes and stuff. We love that part.
Love it.
I'm like, I name some that have traits.
Yeah.
Like some of them, they get names, but for the most part, everybody's numbered, lettered and numbered. And I mean, it could be because I'm over like 400 reptiles, so I don't think I'd be able to name every single one of them.
We're around 200.
That would suck.
200 bearded dragons.
Yeah, we're around 200.
200, and you have all them names?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, like
That
there's
is awesome.
Purple, there's Riot, there's let's see, who's in there? Titus. Who's this? Archer. They all have names.
I like it.
I love them.
See, I just got this one behind me, and I still haven't named it yet. I don't know what I'm gonna name her. I'm thinking Picasso because she keeps tearing up my arm and making my arm look like art.
It's official. You're Picasso. Heard it here first.
This is Wednesday.
Now we named her before the show came out. Let's just say that.
Yes, we did name her before the show came out.
Now what morph is that?
GHI, TSK Xanthic, Leopard, Heckman. Yeah.
Yeah. Say hi.
That is beautiful. That is really cool. I love GHI. I just love what it does with most genetics. And especially that. Like it looks almost like a silvery type color.
Yeah.
That is really cool.
No, she just ate, so put her back. Yeah, we love her. That was his birthday gift.
Beauty. That is a beauty. I have an ID code until I'm sure I'm keeping ones I produce, but any I buy, I do name. Just don't want to put time into a name for something I'm going to sell, right?
Well, I'll tell you something that we started doing recently is all of our babies that we make, we do give them names on our website, and they sell way better.
I mean, I remember
It's
back
weird.
when I was like under 100 reps. I
What is-
remember back when I was under 100 reptiles trying to name everything. maybe maybe my mind's not the greatest to be doing that. I'm
gotta
still
have
terrible
themes.
with names.
Themes like Lilo
Oh, yeah.
and Stitch and
Yeah, like we name our babies. Like I'll pick a theme for the babies we're gonna sell, like Lilo and
Ooh,
Stitch, and I'll give them all like Lilo
That-
and Stitch names on our website. And people love it.
That's super smart.
yeah, and we
Look at
have
her,
names from the Vikings,
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
That's awesome.
We do a lot of alcohol names.
Yeah.
Oh, it's okay. I had a horse named Bourbon and Tequila. I get that.
Bourbon and tequila, not a good mix.
It was the daughter, or the mom and the daughter, and then the one. It's just the color. Just that's what they look like to me.
That's why.
That's why I named
Maybe
my
I
girl
should put food
Margarita.
names for ones I got posted up. I don't want like food names, so it kind of fits.
There you go.
You know what? If I start naming things after food, I'm either going to be really hungry, but I feel like I might remember their names.
Yeah. Like, come here, Alfredo.
I'm like ADHD. I
Come here, Nacho.
it's super hard for me to remember people's names.
I'm really bad with names too. So
And then,
don't
like-
feel bad.
Well, so like the way I remember people is like certain people have that tell. So like there's always something unique about somebody. So like I have a dude, or the one guy's name is Tony. I know him as Ponytail Tony because he's got a fucking ponytail.
Yeah.
Like, he's a weird dude with a ponytail. Like
It'd be
that's
weird
how I
if you
know.
didn't have a
And then no, it was like you know, just weird, bunch of just random stuff. And that's how I save people's names in my phone too. Is like, you know, like I'll put their name when they tell it to me, so that way I remember it. But I always put something after it, like that makes me remember them.
Yeah.
And my wife's like, "You're terrible," because like my buddy Eric, for Eric's Exotics, I put him as Fat Eric, and he's like, "What the fuck, dude?" I was like, "Hey, what's my name?" He's all, and he sends me a screenshot. Right, it's the Kool-Aid Man as my picture. And you know, it was Mexican Rodriguez is what he put it as. So I was like, I don't know if he had that preset to mess with me or not, but I mean, it was the same thing, you know. It's not that bad. Like,
That's hilarious.
he cracks me up though. Yeah, me and him are bad. We can't be on this, or like him and I on like live on this. Everybody freaking starts dying, like as if it's like a stand-up comedy, because we just start leaning into each other, and we all know, him and I both know it's like nothing but love. We make fun of each other. Like he'll call me Shamu, make a bunch of SeaWorld jokes, and I'm over here like, you know, hey dude, you look like Moby Dick, dude. I'll be making fun of me. And he started, yeah, we'll go back and forth. Like it's bad. What am I doing? Oh, okay, she's trying to scratch her way out. Where did I do this? Oh, there we go. So, what is your favorite reptile in your collection?
Yours is Wednesday.
Wednesday.
That snake we just had.
Yeah.
I say mine is
Margarita.
Margarita. She's a bearded dragon. His favorite's a ball python. So
When we started,
I like it.
when we started,
At least you guys have your like own favorites, and it's not like, you know, it's like super like, okay, you're not fighting over the same one. No.
I love Wednesday too. So
yeah,
I'd say
awesome.
she's probably my second favorite.
Yeah, I was iffy on the ball pythons. We got one as a
Yeah,
pet.
he didn't want them, and I was like, "But look at this banana! It's so beautiful." And he let me get it, and then now he's obsessed with snakes. He started looking into like the genetics, and he was like, "I'm sold. Now we got to get all kinds." So we went from 1 to like 20,
No, we went from 1 to 5,
then to 20.
and we wanted 1 or 2 more, and we ended up getting a good deal on a rack, on a 12 rack. And I was like, well, we have room to expand later. Filled it up the next month. There's just so many genetics out there, so many different combinations.
And we're like, we want to make all
just
this stuff.
Everything. Yeah, it's wild. And most of ours have clown in it. Either het clown or their visual clown, and then pied. We have some pods. There's some really, really nice.
We just got
pods.
our first ball python eggs the
Yes.
other day. So
Oh, awesome! Congratulations.
yeah, thanks. It was
Super cool.
a pastel highway to another pastel highway. So we're hoping for like some super gravel and
More highway.
we're super.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's super cool. Yeah, see, we've got a lot of. It's funny because Sinful's all. I want a bunch of I want albino and a banana. See, I have a lot of albino. I've got candinos I'm letting go of. I got stuff that are going to be popping up here soon. Candinos, banana combos galore. I've got like super banana chocolates. Like I love the banana gene. And then like I just sold this. What is it? Monday. I think I sold 6 banana pies.
Oh, shit.
They're beautiful.
Yeah, I
Banana
love-
and tide is just like a simple, nice, beautiful combo.
Yeah, it's the like yellow, like the yellow that pops up with it, and then sometimes through the pied you'll actually get sorry, you're gonna hear that. That's my Karen. She's pissed off. Shut up, Karen. It's my Aatrox.
What is that? What is
She's like
Karen?
eyeballing me right now. Western Diamondback.
Oh, shit.
Why are you eyeballing me right now?
She sounds terrifying.
She is to most people. Can I not talk, Karen? What the hell?
So you can hold her?
Can you hold her?
Her? No. I can pull out one and actually hold it though. Her? No, but another one. I have a baby that I've had since it was born. Super friendly. I can let her go through my fingers like it's a ball python. It's so friendly.
A diamondback?
I do it on TikTok all the time. People lose their mind.
Eesh.
That's wild.
I don't know. I get.
Yeah, we've got a lot of different.
When I get a
Like there's a
spicy
dinosaur right.
ball python.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry, I was lagging because I didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
No, I was saying like when I get a spicy ball python, you know, when they start cocking that head back, I'm just like, oh no, and that's a ball python. So
He's the only one that's
See
been
me, I'm ballsy. I'll sit there. I'm like, go ahead, bite. Like I'll sit there and I try to like mess with them to get them to like know that biting isn't gonna get them anywhere. So I'll sit there and like wiggle my fingers, so that way they like don't or like they don't continuously keep doing it. I've got one that's like a pistol though. Like it's a ball python.
Yeah.
It's my super inchy female. And she is just really mean. I don't know why.
And I sold them for like dirt cheap.
Yeah.
I'm like, he's got to go.
Now
You're so pretty.
we got what we call our puppy dog. It's Snape. He's a big banana pinstripe clown.
Yeah, he's the sweetest.
He's a puppy.
There's a banana pinstripe clown.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is awesome. Oh, here, I'm going to slow you guys out so I can see it better.
That's him. He's beautiful. And
That
he's
is
just, I mean,
gorgeous.
he's like the sweetest guy.
It is super cool what banana does with different combos.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the pinstripe really makes it look completely different than anything else. Like,
Yeah.
he's holding on to me so tight. He's like, finally, Mom, I've been wanting out all day.
He loves being held.
You gotta love when they anchor on. So since it's clown, with the pinstripe, does it have like a good like head stamp?
No.
Like the clown head stamp?
Nope.
No.
Mm-mm.
Banana must like kind of wash that out type thing.
Yeah, like I think he had it more when we first got him, but as he's gotten older, it's really faded.
Yeah, banana really like takes over a lot of like the thinner lines.
Yeah. Really?
He's beautiful. I love banana. It's like one of my favorite genetics. I think banana and Enchi are like my 2 favorite like build up combos.
Yeah.
Love Inchy.
Yeah, we love Inti too.
This guy is a super orange dream Inchy yellow belly.
Ooh, you piqued my interest with super orange green. Oh,
Yeah. He's very
that's gorgeous.
We've got a really nice collection of ball pythons because, like I'm telling you, when we decide to do something, like we don't dive in and just do like the simple stuff. Like we want all the cool stuff.
Yeah, we feed off
Right.
each other, and that's why we have what we have now.
We hype each other up. Like that's how I got my Mustang.
Oh, I get that. That's how I ended up with this. My wife was like, "Hey, that cage is empty. Let's fill it."
Yeah.
I don't think she
Yes.
understood that it was that big. And now I've got a 5-foot monitor that is going to be in here for a very short time, and then he's going to a bigger cage outside.
He's so beautiful.
Well, so it was sold to me as a male.
But
Yeah, I found out the gross way that it's totally a girl.
What's the gross way?
So she was trying to run on top of me, and I picked her up and her. So you know how like when you pop a ball python, the male's hemipenes come shoot out.
Yeah.
So with monitors, when males shoot out, they have like flowering buds at the end of their hemipenes. Females have like what looks like sausages. It's the weirdest thing. It's like a hemi pocket, but it's like a sausage. Okay. Yeah, she almost slapped those on my face while like I'm trying to get her back into the cage. So that was the gross way, because I was like, she's gonna go to the bathroom on me, and then just wham, hemis, and I was like, wow, what the hell? It was all in my face. I was on live on TikTok too. Everybody was pissing themselves laughing. Bye, appreciate you. Yeah, no, she's a sweet girl. It took her a while though, and then like when I first got her, she actually came at me with like mouth open, ready to attack. She was super defensive.
Really?
And then now I got it to where I can stick my hand in there and I can pet her.
Aww.
And I've only had her for like 4 or 5 days.
Wow.
That is Fleur. She is a Firefly clown, right? Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah.
So she's one of the first ones we got. We picked her up at a show, and she was tiny, like 40 grams, and I mean like a hatchling, and she would not eat, so we had to actually force feed her, which we learned how to do on YouTube.
Yeah.
And she is now thriving.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah, now she's doing really well. So
Some just need that extra help. That is a beautiful snake.
yeah.
So one thing I will say is I really like how you guys got into it. Like just talking with you guys, like you said, you started with bearded dragons and then you moved into ball pythons, and you had this goal in mind to make really nice quality reptiles.
Yeah.
So I love that you guys you didn't just go in and get like a random basic pastel or just the simple combos. You went big and went quality in, quality out.
That's right.
And I love it.
That is our main goal. Our main focus is the quality. I mean, we have rehomed multiple drag, and we even have some still that didn't make the cut breeder wise.
Because a lot of people out here, you'll see them like posting their breeders, and they have underbites and droopy eyes.
Droops and
I'm like, I always fight myself to say something because, like, I'm now in a place where I don't even say anything to anyone. I don't correct anybody. I'm like, whatever. If someone wants to support you breeding that wacky stuff, that's fine. But for me, I feel like you need to make sure that they look nice. They have nice features and
structure.
they're healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Make sure they're thriving. Make sure the parents are thriving, eating well, healthy weight,
Right.
Neurological issues.
Yeah. And sometimes
No,
there's
for
a
sure.
dragon that you really want to breed.
Can't be bred. It shouldn't be.
It shouldn't be. It doesn't make the cut.
Yeah.
And
There's like the ones with certain spider genetics in them and
Yeah.
stuff like that. No, I get it for sure. I had to pet home a hurricane 3 gene on top of it. It was like a hurricane pastel leopard NG spider.
Oh, I bet it was beautiful.
And the wobble, it was gorgeous, but the wobble was that spider just corkscrews and like it was eating really, really good, but the corkscrewing, I didn't want to pass it on. I didn't want to pass that genetic on.
Yeah, we
pet homed it.
Spider's so beautiful, but we just decided not to mess with it.
Not even touch it.
I just don't want it.
So the way that the way I get away with spider now, I bred my spiders to a Volta. Now I don't know if you guys have actually like learned a little bit about the Volta or not.
Giant ass ball python.
The big ones.
Yep. So they're basically they're the same thing. It's just the locality. So it's the same thing. It's not a morph or anything. Just Volta is like that locality is just
Like
for some reason they get so much bigger. Because they're found along the Volta River as to where the normal royals that are collected are found miles away from it.
Yeah.
And so the ones for some reason they found on the Volta River get bigger, have bigger clutches, get 10 times bigger, and that's why people desire them a little more. Well, their feeding response, the feeding response on these things is like that of like a Burmese or a retic. They slam their food.
I love that.
So I was like, okay. I was like, I wonder if, and I had nobody to breed to her other than this really big spider male, because she's like 5,000 grams, and my next smallest, or my next like breeder male that would have been like available that wasn't already doing his job would have been like something like 600 grams. I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not doing that. like no, she's just gonna roll over and he's gonna die. Like no.
5,000.
So I put the.
Crazy.
I put the spider male. Oh yeah, that was 5,000 at just empty weight. Like she didn't have anything in her, just 5,000. She's a beast. And then then we got so then I gave her the male, the spider male, and the spider male was like I think 2,000, 3,000 grams. This is just a big spider boy. And I only had him because somebody dropped him off on me a months back on, and I was like, I wonder if this would work, because he didn't really have much of a wobble, and the only time he really showed wobble is when he was like really like focusing on like striking something. Yeah, that's when you would really see the shaking. So I bred them together, and she ended up taking and had 15 really good eggs. No slugs, 15 eggs.
Yes, they drop a lot of.
That's average for Volta. That's almost average. That's why Volta is such desired, because Voltas can produce tons of eggs. I think the most I've heard, and I've never seen it, but I've heard that they can have up to 20 something eggs, or up to almost close to 20 eggs. And I'm like, holy hell! And they have good sized eggs too.
Put into that is yeah.
I mean, you get like a 6 gene male. Put that 6 gene male into just a normal Volta, so you're breeding it to a normal.
Boom.
You now have a ton of different combos, and you have 15 of them that it would have taken you 2 breedings to do that you just did in 1.
Maybe 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Yep.
A higher chance of putting the combo.
And then so that's for sure. That's why I like breeding to the Voltas. I try to do supers.
Yeah.
Sorry about the dogs, guys. That is beautiful. What is that in your hand? Which was that one?
Banana leopard het clown female.
Nice. Sorry about the dogs, guys. There's an ambulance going by. For some reason, the dogs feel like they're helping. I'm gonna mute real quick. I'm sorry.
Fine.
Aw. Look at him. He's looking like, you say one more mean thing and I'm going to fuck y'all up.
He side-eyed.
Why are you looking like that?
I think he can still hear you.
Oh. Gotta love it. But no, what I was saying with the spider and that Volta, when I bred them together, the babies that came out from that, of course, were mostly spiders. But the spiders that came from it, no wobble, no corkscrew, nothing.
Yeah,
they were perfect.
Clean that.
And so the Volta masked the spider wobble. Now I've never done the pairing again, and I want to, because I ended up getting one of the babies back. And this was like 2 years ago. So this female's ready to breed. This is gonna be her first year. And she is sitting at 4,000 grams, and it's a spider female, but she's sitting at 4,000 grams. No wobble, no corkscrew, nothing.
So that's the hybrid.
And so,
Volta
And so I'm gonna try to breed her to something and see if the kids, like, if they get the spider genetic, I'm gonna hold back all the ones that have the spider genetic for at least a little while, and I want to see if any of them have any of the wobble or the corkscrew, and see if maybe Volta for some reason masks it, and then I might keep one or two of the spiders to try to see if maybe if how far can that spider genetic go before it reverts back to wobble.
Wobble, yeah.
And like, so that's my curiosity. So that's something that I'm trying to figure out.
If the wobble came from like a line bred situation, but I didn't think that was normal with ball pythons. Yeah. Like line bred issues, because you could take a child and breed it back to the parent, and usually you don't have any issues. Whereas with bearded dragon, you're not supposed to do that.
You're gonna have all kinds of issues.
Yeah, I've been hearing that a lot lately. I remember there was like a whole fight about it on Instagram. There was breeders going off about like the line breeding and like how far back you can go and things like that.
Yeah, there's yeah. Oh, nice.
I'm telling you, he loves people.
I can tell you right now, I got one that hates people, and every time I move, she starts rattling.
I wonder who that is.
I named her Karen.
I know.
Karen. That's an appropriate name.
Her name's Karen. She is so appropriately named. She lives up to it. She's like the most iconic animal that I have in this reptile room. Like, everybody that follows me knows Karen and either wants to see Karen, because I'll go up, I'll open the cage, and I'll show you guys, and she just sits there, essed up, ready, like rattling and just ready. And you want to see her?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll show her towards the end. So once because I gotta flip the camera around on this, it's not as easy as doing it. But I'll show her towards the end. We'll say like our farewell with her, because she's annoying as hell. If I see her now, she's just gonna go for about like a solid 5 minutes. She's gnarly. Like, she doesn't get ready. She lives ready. Like, she's ready to go.
I don't think I can do something like that.
Right.
It's a lot of fun. She keeps you on your toes for sure. Venomous isn't for everybody though.
Yeah, I don't want to mess with it.
And the funny thing is, it's like, so I have one that looks just like her. It's the same species, night and day difference. This one is as tame as the ball python you have wrapped around your neck. Like, wow. I can let it just go through my fingers. I don't need a hook to get it out. I can just grab it if I want to. Granted, I don't try to tell people to do it, because, you know, there's that potential of getting bit. But me, I've been bit by that species 7 times. I have antibodies, like natural antibodies. Oh yeah, I've been bit 7 times by Atrox.
You're a brave one.
So it's like okay, so you know when you get like a flu shot, you get those antibodies and everything to like help fight off that flu. So if you get it later on, it's not that bad. It's the same situation. I got bit like 4 or 5 times. I got bit 4 times, and I kept having to go to the hospital, get anti-venom, things like that. I was back when I was a kid. Oh yeah, it was back when I was a kid. I wasn't even messing with them. I was hiking the 3 of the times. The other time, I just went out in my yard, and my cousin pushed me over, and I fell in a bush, and I sat on it.
Shut up!
No, I'm dead serious. Totally happened that way. I sat on it, and it whipped around and bit me in my thigh. And I mean, I would have bit too. Like, you know, this fat kid just fell on me. Like, I'd probably bite too if I was it. You know, like, I totally get it. And and then after that, I got bit. My 5th time was actually done by Karen. Or no, Karen didn't bite me. No. The 5th time was one on 4th of July. It got stuck in some chicken wire, and I was helping it out, and then it got startled by a dog, and then it whipped around and bit me after I was like halfway freed it, and it bit me right in my shin. So my wife made me go to the hospital, and that's when they were like, "Hey," so I was like, "All right, so am I getting anti-venom?" Like, let's get this over with. And they're like, oh no, we're not giving you anti-venom. I was like, ooh, so it gave me a dry bite? I was like, really? Because my leg hurts really bad. So I don't think it was a dry bite, but whatever. I'll take your word for it. She's like, oh no, there's venom in your system, but we're not giving you anti-venom. I was like, okay, so am I supposed to go fuck myself? Like, where are we at with that, right? Like, I'm confused.
Supposed to be you.
Yeah, like,
No, you run out
like,
of
what the
course.
hell?
That's it.
Like you've used your last life. You're done.
That's where I was like, what? Where are we at on that, right? And she's all, no. So she's like, I don't want to tell you this, but I don't want you to think you're like Superman. I was like, all right, I'm listening. You know, pique my interest here. Where is this going? And she goes, you have a high tolerance. And let me repeat it, tolerance. I was like, immunity, okay. No.
You said just call me Clark Kent.
Yeah. And so she was like, she's all, you have natural antibodies that are fighting off the venom like it's a common infection. I was like,
So
no way.
They could tell that by like your blood, or how did she?
Yeah,
know
they had to take they took a lot of blood from me, and then they opened the leg a little bit where she bit because they thought that she broke a fang in there, and she did. I had to pull it out. It was cool. I still have the thing. It's like this big, but they thought there was an extra piece. So they kind of like checked it instead of doing the X-ray. They're just like, "Hey, it's already open, so we're just gonna like," bleep. And I was like, "Whatever." So they checked it, and then they did an X-ray anyway, which sucked. And then they said that there was nothing in there. But so they did a bunch of like blood samples and all that fun stuff. And she said that my body is attacking the venom, like as if it's as if I'm sick. And I was like, no way, that's awesome.
That is awesome.
And so she's like, okay, so she's like, that doesn't mean that you're invincible. I was like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Like, I just got bit and I'm okay.
Like, I'm
Totally
about to go get
invincible.
Tiffany this pet.
Yeah. I was basically where I was at. So then she's like, well, she's like, you do know that doesn't mean you're invincible to all of them, right? And I was like, no, I'm aware that every one of them has their own venom strain. I'm aware of that. Not that stupid. And so then after that, I got bit the 6th time, and the 6th time was Karen. Yeah, talking about you, Miss like grouchy pants. I got her, and it was or basically I caught her from somebody's couch. She was in somebody's house under their couch, and she was striking. It was like a Jack in the Box, striking at everybody and striking at like the dogs. So I got her out, and I ended up keeping her because one of the dogs like bit her, and so she had like a nice wound on her. So I didn't want to release her with it and her like die because of it. So I ended up taking care of her, and I just never let her go afterwards. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna keep you.
You're mine, Karen.
Yeah, and now she just hates the world. And the way she bit me was I'd given her medication to help with the wound to heal up a little bit better. And she defies all laws of what she's supposed to be able to do. She is not supposed to be able to strike as far as she strikes. She throws all of her weight like a spring on her tail and then shoots out as far as she can. Can you show Karen? Yeah, I'll show Karen towards the end, guys, when we're saying bye, or like our like laters, because Karen won't shut up if I open that cage. Or even if I stand up or move any which way fast enough above my head. She's fun. But so I put her away, and she before I can close the door, she shot out and hit me right in my arm. What? And it sucked. But like, so with, even though I have the antibodies and everything, I still get like the cold sweats. I still get I feel like a little nauseous. And then when you get bit by venomous, it's what we call the torch effect. And it feels like somebody put a blowtorch, like a hot like blowtorch in the veins. It burns. It sucks. So the 6th time when she bit me, I got the nauseous a little bit. I was sweating a little bit, and then the burn effect lasts for like 15 minutes, and that was good. I was like, what? It was awesome. And then the 7th time I got bit was by one of the baby Aatrox, and it bit my hand right here, my palm. And it actually When it bit me in my palm, I lost the nerve feelings in my palm. So I can, if I'm using my fingers, I can feel that I'm touching my palm, but my palm does not feel my fingers.
What?
Yeah, it's completely numb. So like I can scratch it, I feel nothing. Completely weird. She killed the nerves in my finger or in my hand.
That's wild.
The babies, they carry more venom they release more venom than the adults.
So a lot of people actually ask that. It's crazy. So no. So when you think about it, no, you're good, you're good. So when you think about it, they're babies. So like their pits are right behind their eyes. And they're tiny glands. So yeah, when they release their venom, they release all of it, and it sounds intimidating, but they don't have a lot to begin with because they're babies. But when you look at it like an adult, they've got big heads, big fat, like packs right up there full of venom. So it may release as much venom as it possibly has, like a baby would. But the adult, you're probably going to get more from the adult because its one bite would be the equivalent of a baby bite. If it makes more sense, because they have more venom to give than a baby does.
Right. That's wild.
So that's the thing with that. So like it's a hit or miss because not every one of them gives the same amount of venom. Okay, so firefighter said, so where I live in Indiana, there was a recent venomous snake bite by a saw scale viper. Ooh, that had to suck. The zoo in Ohio is the only place to get anti-venom, so both state police has to get together to transport it. Damn, I'm surprised they didn't. I'm surprised they didn't. I'm surprised they didn't actually like helicopter it out. To be honest.
That's wild.
Yeah. The same way they'd stat fight you if you were in a wreck.
Yeah, that is insane. So what happened was the gentleman who was bit by the venomous snake here in Indiana. Okay, no, he was just repeating it. No, that's nuts. That's nuts. And I've heard that happen because a friend of mine, he actually got bit by a Chinese cobra.
Oh.
And it missed it was on the news. Damn, that's nuts. He got bit on the finger, I think it was. And it was a baby Chinese cobra, and it missed the prey item, and it bit his finger. It was a complete he wasn't fast enough to move,
Yeah.
and she got him. Complete accident. So when she got him, he ran straight to the hospital, and then they had to like transfer him. He flatlined in the ambulance and flatlined twice at the hospital. And he had to go through a ton of anti-venom. They had to airlift it over from the zoo. He went through a ton of anti-venom. And he's still alive, though. Still good. I kid you not, that man calls me not 20 minutes after he got home. He called me after 10 minutes of being home. And then 20 minutes of him being home and 10 minutes of him being on the phone with me, that man is handling the cobra that put him in the hospital.
Well, that's how reptile keepers act.
Yup.
I
straight commended him. I was like, dude, that thing killed you 3 times, and you're over here handling it? And he's like, yep. I was like, I love it. This is why you're my friend.
Yeah, exactly.
Yo, what up, Moon? Appreciate you joining in, brother. So let's see. So what is your favorite species to work with?
Well, since we only do the 3 reptiles and the cat, I mean, my cat is my favorite.
I mean, honestly, ball pythons, just because
they're so much easier.
Well, they're easy, they're beautiful, and
there's so many more morphs.
Yeah,
so genetics. They're more fun.
You can theory craft with their genetics for days and days on end, and I can get this and breed it to this and get this and.
Whereas bearded dragons are so limited, even though they've come a long way from what they were, 10, 20 years ago, they're still limited.
Yeah, I mean, you can have all the morphs in, 10 dragons.
We literally have every morph of bearded dragon, but we definitely don't have all of the ball pythons.
Yeah. This is
I
margarita.
wonder if there's actually anybody that owns every single morph of ball
Canova?
python.
Canova.
Probably.
Yeah. I
You
guarantee
guys
you.
ever heard of KRG?
Mm-mm.
So it's calabash reduction gene. It's a newer genetic. It looks kind of like Enchi and Desert Ghost.
I love
Really?
Desert Ghost.
Like the color of Desert Ghost, the banding of Enchi.
That's awesome.
And it's all in one. It's the craziest looking thing ever. If you look into it, the message Tyler's Toxic Balls. That's like my little brother. That boy be pumping out a lot of crazy stuff with KRG. It's only been around for almost 6 years.
Really? That's awesome.
Oh yeah. I would hit him up if you guys are looking to do something like crazy. 'Cause you guys got some awesome genetics over there. I think if you add some and you like Enchi like I do, so
Enchi's
if you like Enchi, you'll love KRG and what it can do. And that kid's producing some crazy genetics over there with KRG already that you would be able to plug that into some of your genetics. And I think you guys would make some killer snakes over there.
Yeah.
That's our goal. Is to bring out. I mean, just the best of the best.
For sure. Yeah, I would hit up Tyler. Tyler's dope. I support that kid 100%. He's legitimately a kid. I say that I think Tyler's now 17, maybe 18 now. I don't remember. He's been in this for a little bit now, and he's got a large collection.
I love that.
Like he's been in for a little bit. And he bought out a couple collections, but I mean, this kid's almost on par with Bar Check. I think he turned. I don't know if it was his basement or his bedroom or both, but it's like a giant freaking dungeon down there, just full of reptiles.
Yes.
They posted it. Oh, hold on. They posted 5 hours ago. Damn. Someone knock on my door.
Super GHI pastel hypo.
Oh, he's pulled him up, Tyler.
That's the homie. Ohio News. It was where you will see it. But I'll check it out, man. That sounds like a crazy story. I wonder how he got bit.
Yeah.
Hypo banana. That's a hypo.
So So here you go. So this would probably be a good question for you. So what is your favorite 2-gene genetic out of ball pythons?
2 genes?
2 genes.
GHI Xanthic is mine.
Yeah.
Or leopard with anything. I think leopard really does some cool stuff to the pattern.
Yeah. Spot nose.
Spot nose. Oh, I love spot nose. So, what is Sheldon?
Sheldon is a spot nose clown.
So, spot nose clown, you cannot go wrong with it. It's super easy. But
spot nose Russo.
Is he Russo?
No.
Oh, look at him. He's got partial shed on him.
Tyler, dude, is Tyler's Toxic Balls, guys. If you message him, let him know Rodriguez Reptiles sent you over there. He'll take care of you.
Heck yeah. So this guy right here is one of the coolest patterns, and he's such a simple pattern. He's just the spot nose clown. But his pattern is insane.
That is really cool.
Ender is also badass.
I love him. He's one of my favorites.
I've seen leopard spot nose clowns, and they look very similar to that. So I like that.
Yeah.
To see what it does without leopard in it. I think that's pretty cool.
Show Murray.
This is my favorite.
Appreciate that.
This is my favorite reptile, by the way.
I would call you Cheeto.
She is Margarita. I love her so much. She's so beautiful in person.
Super orange.
She's got a yellow belly developing. Oh, she's trying to get on the phone. Okay.
Uh-oh. It backed him out. Whoops. I've had that happen before. I had a crested gecko, so I don't like show cresteds that much online because they jump onto the phone or just fly out of nowhere. And I've had them jump on the phone before and like leave the live, so they'll have to redo that. They'll be back in a second though. It's pretty easy to get it back in. There they go.
You bad girl.
When you said, "Oh, she's going over the phone," I was like, "Oh, here we go," and then I knew it because I've had it happen so many times with I was telling chat with a crested gecko. I've had that happen before where it jumps on and then it just ends the live or like swipes it away.
I guarantee a Cresty would, yeah.
There's a spot nose. Heck clown.
Nice.
Yeah, Russo and Spot Nose work really well together.
See the.
I'm seeing a pattern here. Let me solo you out real quick. There we go. Oh, look at that head stamp.
Yeah.
It looks like a butterfly on the head stamp.
Show the other side of her. Like she's
really
stunning.
Orange coming through. That is really pretty. There's like a lot of orange coming through from the belly side.
Yeah,
you guys look in the same room, right? We had the same like reptile enclosures in the back.
Yeah. I mean, all of our snakes are just. I mean, every one of them are phenomenal.
I'm seeing a trend with Spot Nose and Clown there.
We've got a lot of Spot Nose and Clown.
Leopards.
It's good. At least it shows what you're passionate about. What really like catches your eye.
She can show these all day long.
Yeah. This is.
Ooh. Is that a blade?
Yeah, he's a
leopard blade clown.
Yeah.
Yes. I still got genetics. I like how the leopard brings out like the black spots going through.
Yeah.
The blade on the side that are going up through the top. I like it. So with it being a leopard blade clown, how's the head stamp look on it? There does it even have one anymore?
It's got a head stamp.
Yeah. Let's see if he'll cooperate.
Nice. That looks super cool. Looks like an arrow.
Like I don't want to deal with y'all.
That's super cool. So you guys know your genetics pretty well. Let's see. And since you kind of brought this up with the beardeds, I think this would be a really good question for you guys. If you could make any reptile have any morph from a ball python, what would it be and why?
Xanthic
bearded dragons.
Yeah.
There you go. That would be cool as hell.
Leopard or Dalmatian, like from a Cresty. I think all of that would look so cool in dragons, but definitely Xanthic, because apparently, there used to be Xanthic bearded dragons. Someone did create them.
I heard something about that.
The project got off
actually
years ago.
Yeah, they look like a cookies and cream dragon.
Oh, that's cool.
They're black and white. There's there's pattern, but there's no color.
Yeah, like
Xanthic.
So the closest person right now that produces anything even close to it is Amy at Upscales, because she makes the hypo like polar white.
Yeah.
And they tend to not have much color, but they do hold a lot of the blue.
Yeah.
So Lumi's up there scratching her face.
We do have a hypo. Let me get Lady out.
Yeah, but definitely an Xanthic bearded dragon would be awesome.
No, for sure. It's pretty awesome. Emily from SR Exotics, I appreciate you jumping in the live. Emily, the homie. I thought that'd be a really good question for you guys. Ooh, that is cool.
So she's one of the hypo whites.
Now, is that leatherback or?
Yeah, she's a leatherback.
Nice.
Yeah, she also is Het Zero and Trans, so she makes zeros.
Nice. Yeah, see, I gotta make sure my wife's not watching, because she sees that orange one on your chest and she's gonna try to talk me into getting bearded dragons again.
We have some beautiful.
That's her favorite color. It's the high orange like Cheetos
Yeah.
She loves orange, so she's like,
Me
I
too.
want it, I need it, and I'm getting it. I'm like, no.
Yeah, me and her are the same then, because that's definitely orange has always been like my favorite, like the Cheeto.
Yep, that's everything she's got. She has to get orange. Anything we see it, she ends up trying to get it. Like she just got this tablet a little while back with her tax returns, and she had to make sure she got this bright neon orange freaking tablet cover. And I'm like, dude, really? I was like, you're not gonna lose that thing. She's like, my precious. No. um, let's see. So, what is your most anticipated pairing or hatching for this season?
Ooh.
Our ball pythons.
Yeah.
Because they'll be our first ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we've got a lot of cool dragon stuff, but like we said, it's always the same stuff, you know. So it's
Right.
fun, and you never know what you're going to get. Because, I mean, granted, each one looks different, but the ball pythons are definitely. We do have some dragon eggs due in 5 days. And
that's a solid pairing.
And they're our first ones from this pairing. It's a super red, like G-stripe dunner, beautiful pairing, and
to a Spanish import red.
Yeah.
Super saturated, non-trans dragon.
But I mean, anytime you have eggs hatch, it's exciting. I
No,
don't think
for sure.
I
I feel like
anticipate
we're all
anything.
into it too. It's like Christmas every time we get, egg hatching. You never really know what's gonna come out of it, like odd gods may not smile upon us, like,
Exactly. Yeah. And then sometimes they do, because we've paired a het 0 to a het 0, and we got like 4 zeros from the pairing. But then the next clutch of eggs we got, there'd be no zeros. From the same pair. And I'm like, well, this sucks.
RNG.
That is actually really, it's crazy how that works out. Because like I remember I did a 6 gene pairing and with a normal female, and it was no super. And I got a lot of freaking normals on that one clutch, and I was like,
oh man,
that sucks.
How does that work? I was like, there's like pastel, there's Enchi, lesser. It was like there's a whole bunch of just crazy, stupid genetics in this thing, and like 5-6 normals come out of this, and then I get like 1 or 2 that are like decent combos, and they had to be males too. They just had to be males. The normals were the females, but the rest of them had to be males. I was like, are you kidding me right now?
Icing on the cake.
Yeah. I was just like, yep. Odd gods just wanted to be like, yep, no, you ain't getting nothing on this one. Like I was like, my goal was like, okay, maybe I may not get the same copy of Dad, but I might get some like decent, decently close 4 gene combos. Maybe get lucky, get a 5, or get like Odd God smile upon me, and I get like 2 copies or a copy at least. And it'd be a female or something, right? No, there's like, here's normals.
That sucks.
Yeah, that's rough.
That's what I'm scared for.
Yeah,
when that happens.
Yeah,
but
I mean, we'll have a lot of higher odds because we have supers and.
Yeah, we tried to like get as much as we could that would create the less amount of normals as possible.
The better.
I'll tell you one thing that really shocked me when we started learning about ball pythons is the allelic traits.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I had to really study that because I could not wrap my brain around what it meant. And for someone who's brand new to it, or especially if you start out with like bearded dragons, there is no allelic in dragons. So with like ball pythons,
yellow belly and gravel,
they're
right. They're allelic.
Yeah,
it's like she's going all over. I think she's got a poop, and she keeps like rattling. My wife heard it, Karen. It's fucked up. There she goes. That's it. That's all it takes. That slight movement, and there she goes. But out of 11 of them, she's the only one that is this loud.
You have 11 of those?
Well, not just that like of that species. 11 rattlers, different species. Thank you.
Wow. 11 rattlers.
I've got Arizona blacks. I've got an Arizona black rattlesnake. I've got sidewinders, Aatrox, blue speckled, Mojave green, and then Karen, which is also Aatrox.
And then there's Karen.
And then there's Karen.
Yeah, she's just
her own thing. Just a Karen.
She's her own category in that.
Yeah.
I love it.
I'll get an anaconda one of these days.
Yeah.
A green anaconda.
Every time we go to a show,
Hell
someone's
yeah.
got an anaconda.
Yeah.
You guys ever come out to Cali side or for any of the expos or anything?
Nope.
Ah,
Yeah, I'll tell you
Yeah,
what,
good.
I've never been west of Kentucky.
I've been to San Francisco.
I haven't.
I've been a lot. I was in the Air Force.
I've also never went east. I've only gone south and a little bit north.
a little bit.
So
What was that baby rattlesnake you were holding in the stream this morning or this afternoon? Oh, on TikTok, that was my baby. That one's name is Kyle. I named it after my friend because I always like to say, "Damn it, Kyle!" And so that one likes to like poop a lot on and likes to like get it on the glass. So it's always like, "Damn it, Kyle!" So it worked out. I like naming my reptiles after my friends when they are, especially when I like yelling at them. Just makes me laugh.
see, you can do the names like when it fits, like their personality.
Yeah. So what is your goal as a breeder?
I guess there's we have different goals. Main one is just make healthy babies. But second one, we want to make stuff that we like, like that we want.
I would love to make a new combo, morph, something, bearded dragon or ball python, and name it. That'd be badass.
I'd love to make a new dragon morph, but you gotta the thing that a lot of, there's so many groups and stuff online and they're so judgmental. And they believe there's this set of rules you have to follow, and if you step outside the box, they shun you for it.
You're a piece of crap and
But
unethical.
that's how you make new things. You have to step outside the box here and there to create new things. And so I think that's a big goal we have is I really don't at this point anymore care what anyone thinks. And I think we just want to do whatever we want to do and learn.
Our husband is top notch. She does this for a living. I mean, she works with reptiles all day, every day.
And I commend you guys for that 100%. That mentality you have, 100% keep it. I do this full time. I breed reptiles full time. This is how I support the family.
Yeah.
You have to have this mentality because as well as I do, no matter what you do, you're gonna have haters.
Yeah.
No matter what you do, all you gotta do is just smile in somebody's direction. I fucking hate that person.
Yeah, you smile the wrong way, or you say the wrong word, anything. Like you're gonna always have backlash.
Yep. I mean, just look at an example, earlier today. Like I said, I literally had a little bit of a confrontation with some people, and so me being me, I kind of stoked the fire. Totally did. Not gonna lie. I took some of our videos of our venomous, some of the venomous that we have went and did private tours of a venomous facility. And we get to do private tours of zoos, facilities, things like that. And so I took some of those clips together and I said, big things are coming soon and haters aren't going to be ready for it. That's all I left in it. That right there pissed them off enough because a lot of people hate that I do what I do because one, they can't do it and they want to do it. And two, we get so much for support for what we do because we try to help everybody. That's my goal. I love bringing people like you guys on that I commend you with wanting to breed and produce what you want. The hell with whatever anybody else wants. You want to produce what you like, and whatever doesn't make it, you sell it. Whatever doesn't make for what you want to keep, you sell. I love it. because you're not trying to chase the next Kabelka or like the next Barchek type thing. You know, you're doing what makes you happy, and then you're making a living at it, and I love
it's
it.
got to be your passion for sure.
We're us. We're not anybody else. We're not trying to do what somebody else is doing.
Yeah, like what
100%.
I posted that today. I said you won't ever catch me riding someone else's coattail, because so many people do that, and I don't like that.
Yep, I'm the same. I'm the same way. I don't like it. You know, it's like people that, like, I'm cool if people want to be, you know, like around me type thing, but like when it's like, hey, I'm gonna use your, like, I'm friends with you or I know you, and I'm gonna use you as a stepping stone to further what I'm trying to do type thing. That's when I gotta have like that coattail problem, like people using my name to introduce themselves to higher people type thing.
Like
That bothers me. That bothers me. But like, other than that, you know, like it is what it is with it. And haters are gonna hate no matter what you do. All you can do is smile at it and keep going on. Keep doing what you're doing. It pisses them off.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
I swear, the less you act like, that's why whenever I have been attacked before by people in the community, it was usually because I block and move on. I don't even like pour any fuel on the fire, and they hated it.
She doesn't.
They don't like that. And I would even get harassed to the point they'd be like, well, stand up for yourself, say something back. And I'm like, no, I don't care.
Don't need to.
And it's funny because, like, you know, you don't, why feel it? You know, it doesn't just make them look bad. It makes you look bad when you're battling it out on live streams and stuff, you know?
Yes.
I love, I don't want to say, like, you know, I love having the haters because, like, it's annoying as hell, but I'm cool with it because at the end of the day, what they don't realize is they got my name in their mouth, and when they talk about me, whether they're talking bad or whatever, at the end of the day, they're giving me free advertising.
I know.
Because when people come over to my channel, like, hey man, this guy he's saying you're a piece of shit. When you're watching my videos, they're like, hey, I'm not seeing that. I'm not. You know, this dude seems like a cool guy, you know, or like you know, you're very passionate about your animals. Like I said, like when I shared your guys' stuff back then, when there was all that drama, I didn't do it because I was asked. I did it because, you know, you guys seemed very passionate about it. And, you know, you were on, I think what caught my attention was you had your animals. You literally stated, fuck what they want. This is what I'm doing. I'm going to keep doing it. They took my original account. Fuck it. I'll make a new one. We're going to keep going. And that's what caught my attention.
Yeah.
And so,
it tore me up. I was very upset, but I never bashed people or anything.
And I was about to say, and I never heard you say one bad thing about those people. You just said, you want to keep coming at me, I'm going to go the legal way. I'm going to do my thing, and I'm still going to show you guys these animals, like this beautiful lizard. And I remember you had one of the bearded dragons, and you were like, see, like this is what we're breeding to this. Like, you instantly changed the topic like that, and I loved it. And that's what got me to promote you guys on my channel, to get you guys on there. And so that's why, like, you know, doing these interviews, you know, a lot of people are like, oh, why do you bring on like the smaller breeders that have only been on for a couple years? Just because you guys have only been in here for a couple years doesn't mean you're not passionate about what you're working with.
Yeah,
we're here to stay.
Yeah, we're not one of those COVID breeders who's gonna leave.
I love
that that's a trend. Okay, I love that we all know that that's why they're here. Like,
no,
it's so true. And there's a ton of people that, you know, came around the same time we did, and we watched them. As soon as they don't get the sales or the follows or whatever that they were expecting to get, they dip out and they start selling everything off, and we watch it.
I kid you not. I've gotten so many animals that way. People get in thinking they're going to make a ton of money. They pour all this money into these animals, and then boom, it doesn't make any money. I can't do this anymore. Boom, I'm getting rid of it. And they cut the prices in half. I picked up like 6 racks and full of ball pythons for a quarter of the cost because this dude bought into it and he couldn't handle it. So he just sold out. And
Yeah.
it is what it is with that, and passion over popularity, 100%, man. That's what I'm doing. That's why I haven't brought on like a ton of big breeders yet. I want to get passionate people that work with a lot of cool stuff that cares about what they're doing over just a name.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
mean, there's a lot of big breeders. Yeah, they're passionate about it. They've been doing this forever, but you're paying for the name type thing, not like the
Yes.
person.
Yeah,
And
because
so
some of the big dragon breeders, they'll have the same exact same thing as us, but they'll sell theirs for $2,000, whereas I'm gonna sell it for what I think it's worth instead of like a name or something. It's gonna be a fraction of the cost. So
right,
that's true.
that's how it's you're paying for the name. It's like look at like nerd. For instance,
Yeah.
anything that has nerd on it, instantly add $1,000 to its market price because that's how they do it.
Yep.
So that way you can brag and be like, this came from nerd, so that's, you get that bragging right, but you're paying that extra amount for the name, and that's it. You're getting the same quality that you would get from nerd that you would be getting from like JTK Reptiles or Sims Containers. They still have amazing monitors, and you would be picking up the same monitor species from nerd, and you would still have the same quality, if not better.
Yeah.
And
I was gonna say you get better quality if you go to JTK or Sim Container.
yeah, I agree with that. Yeah. That's my wife. She's popping in
More
and out.
personalized experience too. I think that a lot of people like the more personalized experience.
For sure.
And all our dragons, they get handled daily, and our breeders, our babies, all of them. They're not just tossed in a tank, bred, tossed back in the tank, hatch babies, throw them in a bin, and grow them up and feed them. No, they get handled, loved on daily.
We always get compliments for how well ours eat greens because I start them so young,
Right.
and I make sure that they have a correct diet, whereas everyone else is on Facebook like, your dragon should be eating 80 bugs a day, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, no, I remember getting that a lot. I remember when I bred beardeds, people were pissed because I was trying to do more greens than bugs, and everybody's like, "That's wrong. They're babies. They don't eat lettuce and stuff until they're bigger." I'm like,
yes,
tell that to them. I'm like, look at that. He's eating.
Everyone
Obviously,
thinks they know everything.
Remember Blackbeard? If it didn't have bell
if
peppers
it didn't
on
have
it,
bell peppers on it, he wouldn't eat it.
it had to be orange bell peppers.
Yeah, I had one that was named Blackbeard, and his beard was normally just black.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like he was angry all the time
Was
or
he
anything. He was
trans?
just,
Was he a translucent?
I'm not entirely sure. I got him as a rescue. He was like really orange, and like he was not. He was a nice color, but like his beard was always like really dark. It was never super black until he saw me because of my beard, and then he would go black.
Usually the trans dragons tend to have a blacker beard.
Yeah, that's kind of how he was. And but yeah, he wouldn't touch his greens if there was no orange bell peppers.
They love bell peppers.
Yeah.
Yep. I love your show. Yo, appreciate you. I do appreciate that a lot. One of our fans saying that they love the show. I love his show because he's doing the same stuff that we're doing here, bringing on passionate people, and I love it. I support his show 100% as well. For the chat that doesn't know, please make sure to check him out. He does some really cool stuff. He also does a podcast, does late night lives like I do. 100% support what he does over there. Make sure to give him some love, please. But no, yeah, we try to bring everybody up with us, and that's why I love doing these podcasts. I get to meet more passionate people like you guys. And so like that's my goal with doing these podcasts. Like, I want my viewers to learn something, but at the same time, be able to learn, like who is passionate in the hobby and who's, more just they like the reptiles, but they're more here for the money type thing,
Yes.
And
yeah.
I mean, I've done a lot of videos, and you can tell the difference in who's who,
For sure.
I gotta book you for my show coming soon. Yo, for sure, bro. Message me. You might have to message me either on TikTok or Facebook though, because Instagram, Yeah. No,
It's
Instagram's down. It's down for 30 days unless actually, let's see. My phone did say email. Yeah, no, it didn't. It's not that. It's spam
I
email.
hope that your
Yeah,
appeal goes through. So
it'll take forever. Yeah, Instagram is down until hopefully it gets reviewed and it lets me have it. I don't understand why it would do that, but we'll see what happens.
I think it's ridiculous how quick they'll take something down.
Yeah, I thought that was really dumb. Like they gave me no warning. They didn't even message me about it.
Yeah,
nothing. So
that's
I don't know what
happened
time.
to me.
Is it really?
Yeah, I got no warning, nothing, and all of a sudden my account was gone. But they didn't even give me a 30-day time. It was just gone.
Wow.
And I had no idea
me
why.
A 30-day. It said 30 days, and then it told me that it would, or I could appeal it, and it would take about a day to get a response. And then so I got that, and then I emailed them, basically telling them like, hey, like it's a harassment thing. This is what's going on, because the same people then tried to do it on my TikTok too. When I went live on TikTok this morning, and it went through. It went for harassment and bullying. And so it tried to ban me for 2 months. So I did the same thing. I appealed it, and then I sent them a message right after, and within like 5 minutes, they reviewed it, said, hey, we apologize. We misunderstood your video. The report was wrong, blah, blah, blah. You have immediate live access again. And then we went live again.
See, what I think is whenever someone appeals something like that and it comes back that it was false, I think they should ban the people who reported it.
Oh, 100%. I think, yeah, I agree. I'll hit you up for sure right now. I'm booked up until April, June. Got to figure out my schedule. No, I get it, bro. I'm the same way. I'm booked until April as well. Let's see. Here's a good one. So if you had the chance to own one or a pair of any reptile, if you had the permits, the experience needed, the space, everything, what would you own and why?
A pair? One or a pair?
One or a pair of any reptile.
That's tough.
I have chameleons.
Yeah?
Yeah, because I don't have any and I love them. I mean, you don't need a permit or anything, but right now I don't have the knowledge to get one. So I haven't, because I need to research them first. But yeah, I'd have chameleons.
Like a veiled chameleon?
I don't know. I just want some chameleons.
I would go veiled. Veiled are so much more hardy.
Yeah.
They're
Whichever.
good.
I know there's one that they say like dies super easy.
Yeah.
Like anything can happen
Jackson's.
and die. So.
It's a Jackson. Just the one that like Miss Frizzle used to have in the Magic School Bus.
Yeah.
I think for me it would be the green anacondas, because how massive they get. I mean, it would just be cool.
There's something else you want? Those little
the dart frogs.
Not a dart frog. The one lizards that Dustin has. Oh, and then there's the
red-eye crocodile skink.
Yeah, red-eye crocodile skink. We'd like to have a frilled dragon.
Frilled dragon, yes.
Yeah, they're really cool.
Okay.
Aussie frills.
I like it. You guys went a whole different way with it, and I love it. Because most people, I'm honest with it. Most people go like big or go home, like Parenti monitor, Komodo dragon, like something crazy. You're like, oh no, I want a frilled dragon, and she's like, dude, chameleon all the way. Like, you know that how long that tongue be getting? No, I'm just kidding. No, like you guys went so domestic with it. I love it. That was awesome.
I'm not big into like big, like huge and scary and venomous. I'm not big on that.
He straight was like, I want the freaking anaconda and bring on the big. Like,
I don't know.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm gonna wrestle the damn thing. Like, I'm down. I love it. I want to get a green anaconda. I've been trying to get one for years. I had a baby, but that was back when they were importing, way back when. And it ended up not making it. It was a failure to thrive, and it ended up passing on. So I never got back into it because after that was when the ban went through. So I want to get one. And I almost bought one in January from JTK Reptiles. He was going to sell me one from the expo, and I ended up just not doing it. Then we ended up just getting the Black Dragon anyway.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, I ended up spending more than I was originally going to.
Well, that's all right.
I'll leave it to my wife, though. She's the one that tries to make the executive decisions. No. Here you go. So I've only got 2 more questions for you because I know I've taken up a ton of your guys' time, and I know you guys got to get ready for your show. So if you had advice for a new breeder that was coming in, somebody has kept a bunch of reptiles that wants to get into breeding, what would your advice be to them?
Oh, so much.
Have the money, have the room.
Well, I think my first advice would be don't do it for the money because you will not see, especially if it's dragons, you're going to spend more than you make in the beginning, for sure.
100%.
You definitely need the upfront money because the bug bill is it's insane.
Yeah, or breed bugs. Don't breed reptiles, breed bugs.
Yeah, don't breed reptiles, breed bugs.
The money is
there's
in the
always a
feeders
need
for
for
sure.
bug breeders. Oh, look at him bobbing.
I love it. It's because of the beard. It's the beard.
The room, it because one pairing of bearded dragons can net you up to 90 eggs, at the high end. And that's a lot of dragons. That's a lot of food. So,
and also know genetics first. There's so many people that breed stuff and don't know what the heck they're doing. And I'm like, you cannot tell me, like, I'll have people message me on Morph Market and say, hey, will this pair well with this? And I'm like, I always respond, if you don't know the answer to that, you should not be breeding.
Yep.
I mean,
100%.
Genetics.
Well, and with that too, I think there should be more people talking about that because, like with ball pythons, there are like genetics that are lethal.
yes.
And there's not very many people talking about it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like the spider to spider, champagne combos. Like there's certain things that people don't know like that are getting into it, and it's not much talked about because it's some of the negative stuff that nobody ever talks about anymore.
Yeah, and I'll tell, like, I guess another good advice, like, get on Morph Market and actually, like, click the info button by each of the morphs because it'll tell you about, like, the deadly combos.
Yep.
And what complexes they're a part of. So Morph Market's really helpful when you're learning.
Very, very helpful.
Oh, yeah.
And on
Morph Market's a good tool.
Pick where it shows the combinations and the name of the combinations so you know what's in that. Love it. And you can learn a lot just from Morph Market.
Yeah.
That's where I send people. I'm like, if you guys want to learn genetics and learn like how things work, go to Morph Market. They have a genetic calculator. That thing's gonna be your best friend.
Yeah. Plug it in and see what comes out.
For sure.
The odds, it's that calculator is really nice.
Quit, Titus.
That's our big.
I got them all riled up.
Well, and 2, these are all of our boy tanks right here. So each one has one male in each one. And so
okay, so he wasn't bobbing at me, he was bobbing at them.
yeah, he's like, I'm your daddy.
I thought I had them all bobbing. I was like, yeah, dude, let's go. Like I do that to a lot of them because like my beard is black already, so like I just go like this and I'll just start doing it and they get all mad and they'll come up to the tank. Or you'll get those ones that are just like, no, I don't know what the hell you are. I'm just gonna wave. Yeah.
And you can see how black he gets because he's trans. So like beautiful. his whole belly will turn black.
He looks just like the one that we had with like Blackbeard. So I think that's what he was then, because he looks like a spitting image of him.
Yeah, and that's one of those other things like TikTok. And you know how I was talking about there's always someone who thinks they know it all and they're like, you shouldn't do this. And even though they don't know, like I posted a video of him on TikTok with his black beard and everyone was like, oh, poor dragon. Like he's mad, he's upset. And I'm like, he's just 20.
He just wants some tail.
Like
Yep.
he's fine.
Well, like I get the same thing with like people with this monitor and like Karen, who you're about to meet here in a minute. Like this monitor, this is not his permanent cage or her permanent cage. This was just to tame her out and get her used to me. Because where I got her from, the guy was pulling her out and ripping her out by her tail. So she didn't have the choice to come out. She just got pulled out. And so me, I wanted to build that bond, build that trust to be able to handle her. Show Karen. I will show Karen, chat. I will show Karen. Everybody wants to see Karen.
We want to see Karen too.
But no, like, so with her, like I have her in here. She's just chilling out. Now she's starting to come out more, wanting to be touched. She's allowing me to touch her. Like the first day I got her, she was hiding under this, which is a built-in hide right here. This platform is a built-in hide. So here, like, I'll show you guys real quick. So that is a built-in hide. That whole bottom tier, that's 2 feet. Every glass is 2 feet.
Look at her.
So she's a big
you.
And it took forever to be able to do that. Hi, Karen. God. And so she just, you know, she's that's just how she is. And so she's now starting to get that trust with me. She's letting me touch her. She's starting to let me like pull or have her come out and like be around. But most times she just comes out because she thinks like I'm gonna be a sucker. Just let her run. But she's starting to chill out, and it took like every day I'm in here. I had to sit in here. I had to deal with her, feed her, like use food as a motivation to build trust.
Yeah.
And like before, and so like once she's fully tamed out and her and I are good friends, she's going outside and she's going to go into 10 by 15 that has got a pool in there. Like I've already got it basically set up to where she's going to take over that whole cage. But until said time, she's just fine in a 6 by 2 by 2. I wish this was like a 6 by 4. Yeah. Because then she would have more room turning around. But she has no problem whipping around and chasing stuff. Like
she seems pretty active.
She's pretty active. It's because she wants something to eat. She thinks she smells chicken, and then she also smelled shrimp because she ate the shrimp earlier. And I still have the cup sitting right here that I had the shrimp in.
Eat? Do they eat shrimp and chicken?
She'll eat chicken. She'll eat anything that moves. She don't care what it is. She's a garbage disposal. Like she's an Asian water monitor, so they'll actually go and like find crustaceans, fish. They'll eat other lizards. They'll eat anything they can find. If they can find food, they'll eat it. They don't care what it is. If it fits in the mouth, it's going down the throat. Like she can eat a pig. She can eat a pig. At this size, and then a buddy of mine's got one that's as big as I am, and that thing it's like a 4-pound pig, and it's nuts. Like they are garbage disposals.
That's wild.
So let's see. So my last question, and then I'll show Karen, is how can my followers find you guys?
Instagram, Bourbon City Exotics. We have a website. Bourbon City Exotics. I love our website. I put a lot of work into it. If you have bearded dragons and you're looking for some really good, correct information about setups and diet, go to our website, Bourbon City Exotics.
Years of hard work and research she's put in.
I have a blog on there, and I try to lay out as much detail on their care as possible. So
I like it. You know, you guys do a lot of education when it comes to beardies, and you know, like I said, I remember all the stuff before, and you were still such a positive person with it. So that's why I wanted to get you guys on here. I'm gonna slowly start making my way to Karen. She's gonna start rattling when she hears me.
I can't wait.
Or when she sees me. She's in the corner. Oh, this is gonna go nuts. All right, let's solo me out. Find the camera. Layout. Where's the camera at? Settings, camera. This is about to go nuts. Hi, Karen. Jesus. She already like ready to strike.
Oh my gosh, listen to her. Where is she?
Oh shit!
She's so
Hi.
loud.
Hi, Karen. She is pissed.
What the heck?
Let's see. Is that one do better? Oh no, there it goes.
Oh
Little
wow!
one did.
Oh, flicking that tongue.
Oh yeah, no. She's basically telling me I get any closer, she's popping out.
That's
She
crazy.
is ready. She will get me in a heartbeat.
I don't ever
But
want one of those.
It's Karen.
But it's friend shaped.
He said, if not friend, why friend shaped?
Yes.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, she's a hoot. My chat loves her. She loves them enough to want to give them the hurt juice. That's Karen. Yeah, she wants to give the hurt juice. She is not friendly. Not friendly. You want to say bye? Yeah, you crazy little monitor. Soda.
You're so pretty.
Oh wow!
Hi.
There's a big old dinosaur.
Literally, that's what it is. It's like a dinosaur. That's
freaking huge.
crazy.
She's crazy. Like if I open this door, she's coming out. Like she's fast. Dude. Everyone's favorite danger noodle.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Karen for you. She's definitely the crazy favorite. We gotta come up with some merch here soon for her. And since now Instagram's not a distraction anymore,
Unfortunately.
yeah. I guess I'm gonna have a lot of extra time on my hands between TikTok and making more merch because we make a lot of custom shirts and stuff. So, but I appreciate you guys jumping on here and giving us your time. I think that's the most precious thing people can give you is time. So I appreciate you coming on and sharing your passion with us, and kind of just hanging out. I enjoyed it. I loved talking with you guys, and I feel I learned a little bit about some crazy cats.
I know we should have brought her on.
Yeah, she's a little wild. Anything that's different with her, she just throws a fit. Like she's like a kid or African serval. She throws fits.
But thank you. We did have fun. I'm happy to come on here.
I'm glad, I'm always trying to do like a laid back show, D&T, did anything come out? No, nothing yet. Still waiting, but I appreciate it. It's awesome having you guys on, and you guys had such a passion about what you guys have over there, and so I wish you guys the best at your expo. And we're for sure gonna have to get you guys back on to hang out. I want to get a couple other breeders on at some point and talk just reptiles.
Yeah.
I think it'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, buddy. But I appreciate you guys, everybody in the chat. Shout out to you guys. I would not be able to do what I do without everybody here in the chat. You guys are freaking awesome. I did not expect to hit our live goal of our following as fast as we did. Last I saw, we were pushing over 1,100 in just such a short time. So I really appreciate you guys. You guys keep the channel going. Much love. You guys, thank you again. If you guys have anything else to say to everybody.
Nope.
Keep on keeping on. I love it. It's all good. All right, guys. You guys take it easy. I'll catch y'all on the next one.